Alright, y'all. So it's been a while since I done made a video. This is kind of important. So I'm in Bellevue Hospital, and all this coronavirus stuff is going on. Um, so I've been displaced because of certain situations, domestic violence, and I've been out on the street. And as I went to 30th Street, the intake shelter, with my dog, they told me I had to wait 10 days for some sort of process with him for a reasonable accommodation. But I can't stay there. So I'm out on the street, sleeping on trains and, back and forth, going back and forth, just trying to stay out of trouble or whatever. So I go back, they finally tell me I can come in. But there's still some other craziness that the shelter mixed up the names of the vaccinations with the dog, and it's just all types of crazy. So as I'm in there doing the intake with the caseworker at the shelter, I had a cough. Now I done had a cough for the past week now. It's an upper respiratory infection that I get whenever the seasons change. I know what it is, no big deal, right? So the supervisor comes and says, "Okay, we got to do an assessment because you coughing." Told them I went to the emergency department of Kings County to get out the cold. Everybody was in the cold blue area, so they told me to go to the emergency room and get checked out, which I did. Leg was messed up, chest wasn't bothering me, but I was coughing. So they can't kick me out because I wasn't trying to be cold. So when I go in there, they do my chest x-ray. They say everything's fine. They send me from the intake shelter at 30th Street last night to Bellevue because they said I have to get cleared because everybody's scared about coronavirus. Mind you, I told them I don't have no coronavirus. I'm good. So I get here. I tell the doctors the same situation. They ask me about this test that Kings County did, which the dude takes a Q-tip and he like swabs the inside of my nose, like damn near touches my brain to do this virus test. He's like, all right, if you everything good, we'll get the results back in a couple hours. Mind you, this is like 10:30. It's 10:30. I don't get no results back till about 3, which says I'm clear. I'm negative for all the. Yes, please. I'm negative for all the viruses. Thank you.
Doggy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, they told me you have a dog.
Yes.
Okay, buddy.
TYVM. So they finally gave me my continental break. Oh, I got a cinnamon roll. Yeah. But they tell me I don't have none of the viruses that's there, so they got to do another test for the coronavirus. Now, this is where things get interesting. With this coronavirus test, I have to wait 3 days. So I have to stick another Q-tip up my nose, send it away, and I have to wait in this isolation chamber for 3 days till they can get the results back. What does that say about if this and mind you, anybody who coughs in a shelter has to be sent to the hospital because they're deemed at risk or they could possibly what the fuck? What happened to my eye? I don't even know. But yeah, so 3 days that I have to be in the hospital now, for observation just for a cough. Like that is insane and bananas. The amount of people that is coughing in the shelter, and not to mention with it being a state of emergency, you would think that one of the top priorities of the city is to make sure that people who are displaced or what you may call homeless are off the street, even if they are, not in the best facilities. They're off the street so they don't have a greater chance of becoming hosts and spreading this virus that everybody's so definitely paranoid about. But do they do that? No. And then 2, you don't even have your workers necessarily. Wash your hands, hand sanitizer, but that only goes so far. That only goes so far before it actually is like, okay, what is the point? You got to do something else. So you have clients of DHS sleeping in front of 33 Beaver Street and around 33 Beaver Street. You put your workers at risk because you don't necessarily instill stricter protocols in regards to them dealing with folks. And Yeah, it's just crazy because a lot of people may not know what's going on with this virus and how things go. But yeah, if you cough, they gonna do a test. Main point, just to wrap it up, because I'm ranting and rambling. I'm hungry. I need to eat my food. Is that if you cough, they gonna do a test, and if that test come back negative, they gonna do another test for corona, and that test they take 3 days. So pretty much, if you got plans, you might as well cancel them. If you trying to if you trying to get out of work for 3 days, come in the hospital coughing. They gonna put you in isolation, test you for corona, and wait that 3 days till you come back. So, but hopefully, things are this the sooner this ends, the better. This is just crazy. But y'all have a good one.